Biggest thing in my life was my parents taught me how to learn. My parents taught me how to learn, and because of that, and fun teacher. About used to work on antique cars and tune up a British motorcycle. But right now, if you are an investor in wise people's lives, if you are a literary agent, tra here comes the fun, a presentation of how to teach people how to deal with going on dialysis. It's so fun. It's so wonderful. Hey, you're on dialysis. You know what? You're not dead yet. And here's all the little things that everybody worries about. And I will give you all the details of why not to worry and how my life became actually of a higher quality because I went on the dialysis. How crazy is that? Dialysis World Encourager book, couple of books. Dialysis World Encourager. That's like major box office bucks, man. There's so many people, so many doctors. When doctors find something that helps their patients, they're in there like crazy. Okay, and the way I present things is just fun. It's pleasant, and I'm an unusual character that people remember. So, Dialysis World Entertainment, like world encouragement. Number two, meeting my birth father when I was 40 years old. My mommy didn't know who the daddy was. There were three men. I didn't even know that there was a daddy until I was 25 years old. And then when I was 40 years old in 1997, this crazy miracle happened. And it's such a cool story. I mean, I lived on the same street as my half sister in Manhattan at the same time. We were both in the same music scene, punk avant-garde music scene, Waka La Vakata. So the story about meeting my birth dad and all this stuff that happened. He was married 5 times. I met 10 half brothers and sisters. There's all kinds of other ones all over the place. What a story. Okay, that's number 2. Encouragement. Number 2 is the crazy, amazing daddy story. Promiscuity on both of my parents' parts, and me too. I've got a whole big, thick story to tell. Number 3 is, now, if I say this, you might be concerned and not want to interact with me, but my tour of Christianity and Trump era Christianity, how like this just funny overview of what I learned from sitting in all different kinds of churches for 24 years, seeing all these tragedies and all these things that are just like being missed. It's like, why don't they just follow this one scripture that says, like, that's a really nice idea? How come they don't want to do that? So, sort of a primer on Christianity. I'm not sure about the title on it. And then lastly, but not leastly, a story about arousal. Like the title is probably something like, My Family Really Loves Sex. Does yours? I mean, it's just the reality of we all get aroused and it's wonderful. And the idea of the marriage bed is really pretty cool. And it's just like my experiences. So, peace be with you. This is a little wake up, a little primer. Oh, you know what? And then there's number 5. That's right. The rehab centers. Okay. I've been saturating in observing people, families with addicted loved ones, and helping them understand how to actually just walk their loved one out of danger into a really wonderful atmosphere. And as well as that, the way to take your county and turn your county into a destination, a place that just refreshes people, where you're inviting in people, families with addicted loved ones, and you're helping them learn and understand how to just help them refresh their lives. Even if they go into one center and they quit, they can come out and you can bring them to another one, and they develop in their skills and abilities, and they end up being a leader of the family and the community. I know so many people, like Romper Room. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Levi. I know so many people who have just become because they took their transformation vacation and got out of the couch potato, you know, drug trash life, whatever. So five, dialysis world encouragement, my crazy daddy story and meeting all that stuff. I mean, talk about heartwarming, and chakaraka, and the Christianity story, and the human beings, our family gets aroused, and that's a really cool part of life. And the rehab centers. No 13th stepping. Here's how to figure out not to be a 13th step. All of you, yippee. Hope you're doing fine. Hang on tight, because if you want to invest in those 5 books, we can sit down and start talking, because right now I feel like it's on all social interact up putting these things together. And I mean, just writing a query and an outline on each one of these things is going to get somebody who's a literary agent pretty fired up to do like a whole series of these things. And I mean, there's also cartoon books. I mean, most of what I'm talking about is like a hand flipped cartoon book and a video and a blog that works on each one of these top, like an ebook that has interactive click on stuff. Oh, okay. Are you concerned about this part of Christianity? Well, check this out. Click. You click on this thing and it pops up. So, I mean, it's not just print, it's also like interactive web, like blog. It's print, it's blog, it's humor and music and whatever else. So peace, y'all. Peace. Okay, what do I do? Click on M stream. Ka-chunk. End stream.